Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the Hachette Partworks release and build the Batmobile Tumbler. Look at the size of the boxes of this. This came in a really big box and I've got no idea what we're doing. Now, just looking through the instructions here, I do think we are going to be replacing a section we've already done by the look of it. Which one was it? I saw something about the windows. Here you go, look. Are we doing the front windows again? That's a bit strange. This isn't available anymore, I don't think. I am still going to be putting the link in the video description and on the screen. But yeah, I don't think it is available anymore. So, anymore. As you can see, I'm being overrun by tribbles. You can tell Halloween's on the way, can't you? But let's jump straight into this. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So, in stage 83, as I said, I've got no idea what we're doing. So let's have a look if I need to go into my storage box and pick out some parts. So basically, we've got the left armoured panel. So we've got this panel here. And we are going to be putting some details on that. We do need a part that I had from stage 78 by the look of it. So I'm going to have to dig that part out there. But by the end of it, it's going to look just like that. So I brought over the 2 parts that we were working on in the last pack, so I'm guessing it's these ones that we're going to be building onto. Let's just put these to one side, because what I need is in this box here. And quite simply, I'm just going to be taking this plate, which is metal, and I'm going to be putting this detail in here, and it's going to go in this way with the tilted end down towards this detail here, but we are going to hold this in from the other side. So I need AP screws for that. Got them here, and we need 2 of these AP screws. Now, this is stamped with an L. So basically, when I do the part that I had in the last pack and bring that over, I want to ensure that I've got the left side. So let's just have a look what we've got here. This is the right side, so it's not that one. So this is the one that I need. And as you can see, it is stamped with an L. So if you have a look at the top camera, we've got 3 lugs here. They're going to go into the 3 holes that we've got just on that edge there. So this is sitting on top just like that. That was easy enough. Okay, we're going to hold them in with EM screws. Again, I'm going into metal. So let's get some screws in these holes. One here. That's going in pretty perfectly, actually. I think having these soaked in oil is helping. Just one here. Perfect. And then finally, we've got one more just here. Excellent. And there we go. That was a nice quick stage. With that done, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 84, here's the magazine. And I'm guessing we're probably going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. We are. So you know what? I'm bundling these 2 stages together. That's what I'm going to do. So that's looking just like that. It certainly makes more sense because you've just seen me do this. It's going to be a bit of deja vu for you. So once again, I've got this detail here, which is going to go on here with the tilted section towards this end here. I need AP screws. All the screws do come in paper bags on this build. And it's 2 of these that are going in. Now, the thing with this build at the moment is that we've got so many parts that we've done for the tumbler, but they're all in bits. Nothing's been put together. We've just got panels. So I think this car is going to grow very quickly when we do start putting things together. Let's bring across the right-hand side one now, which is this one here. And just in a similar way to what we did before, this is just going to be going into this section there, and it's held in with EM screws from the other side. So once you've got one in, it's just lining up the rest of them for you, no problems at all. Now, I have commented at how simplistic this model is and that we don't get many parts in each stage, but something I can say about this model is probably the most amount of metal on a model that I've ever built, because even this is enormously heavy because this is all metal. So you can imagine how heavy the whole thing's going to be. But that is all there is to do in those 2 stages. in stage 85, here's the magazine, looking like this. And as you see, we're now going to be doing brackets and headlight cluster. Oh, so this is going to be fun. So this is looking just like that there. Putting this in, it doesn't look like there's too much to do in that stage. That's all we're creating. And now I've opened it, I feel like I will bundle them together, because all we've got is these clips, which are just going to be going into this side here of the headlights. So there is a locating lug for it. They do look a little bit tricky to get into place, but once I've got one in, there you go. That's one in there. And this is just going to go in the other side. That's all there is to do in this stage. So now you can see why I think I will bundle these together. Perfect. And that's the one in on that side. Quite fiddly to get them in, actually. Okay, so let's move swiftly on, because there is a lot to do in stage 86. Here's the magazine. And even though we've got this massive plate here, we're actually going to be working on putting some electrics into the headlights here, just like this. We're going to be mounting them to that plate as well. So that's how that's looking. And for that reason, we've got a massive box. So big, international unit of measure. There you go, that's how big that box is. And check this out, they've gave us a roll of insulating tape. Now I've got loads of insulating tape here, but it's great to have this as a roll for us. So that's good news. They did give us some CM screws with this, but look at the size of this. Again, all metal. It's going to be a big, heavy model, this one. Right, I need to go and get the electric cables 24 and 25, LED cables from the car. So just to remind you, at this stage of the build, remember, all of the cables are still on a loom. We haven't put any of these in yet, so I'm going to just dig out 24 and 25. Now, they are all numbered, as you can see. So there's 24. Just detach that and get that one out. And there you go. There's number 25. Get that one out as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the left-hand side panel. I know it's the left-hand side because it's got an L there. And cable 25, which I've got in my hand. The LEDs are going to go in from this side. So basically I'm going to be pushing these in here. One in this side here. They are quite a tight fit. The one's going to go next to it just there. Now if I use my pliers here, put them either side of the bulb, I can push them all the way in, as you can see. Just like that. So that's them in. Make sure the wire is coming out through the back there. That one's just popped out a little bit. Let's push that right in. There you go. Perfect. And what we've done on one side, guess what we're going to do? We're doing it on the other side as well. So exactly the same way. One in there. And one in here. Once again, using my pliers to push them all the way through. And make sure the light wire is coming out the back. So what I'm going to do, take this section here, looking really good, turn that over, and I want the right side headlight first. That's the one with the R in. And this is going to be going into the position here. Now it's sort of like at an angle going in, as you see. So basically these two lugs here are going to be for these. And this flap that you can see just here is going to go on that end one. So when I put that on, it's going to be looking just like that there. Now, there'd be CM screws. And I'll be able to screw these into place. So one here and one over here. And then the third CM screw is just going into this one just here. So that's the right hand side one in, no problems at all. When I've got that in tight, let's have a look how that looks. Excellent. Could do the same, exactly the same on the other side. So again, this is going to go over these panels just here, here and here, like that. And CM screws to hold that into place as well. So there we go. That's the headlights in place. Now what I want to do is I want to tidy some of these wires up here. I want this cable on this side to be going underneath this flap here, because I'm going to be tracing this all the way around to this side here. And that's why they gave us the insulating tape. So let's cut some of this off, and I'm going to train this into the indent just here. There we go. That's the wires tidied up there, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, in stage 87, here's the magazine. looking just like this. And we have got a rack with hinges looking just like this. I don't know what we're doing here. We're just going to be putting the hinges in on each side here. So that's looking like that. So this is going to be a quick stage. I'm not going to move on because this is confusing me. We've already done this once, so let's see what's going on here. Needless to say, this is going to be a very quick stage. So basically, having this way round, we're going to be putting the hinges in here. So we're going to have one this side. It's going to go in that way. And exactly the same on the other side. And unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to order another one because, I don't know if you can see this, I've got a couple of problems. First one, we've got a hinge to put in there, but I don't have a hinge on this side, look. And there's nothing in the box either, so this is broke off somewhere. You can see the shear of that's broken off. So I'm going to need to get another one of those, but also on my hinge, this is a metal hinge. Can you see that? Look, this side has broken off the hinge as well. I haven't even screwed anything in yet. So the way this is going to go, I put this in, just give you an idea of how this looks. One side's going to go in here, just like this. Get that all the way through. That's perfect. But the other side, I've got nothing to put it onto. That would normally go in there. So that's the first time I think I've actually had a broken part arrive like that. Earlier on in the build, I actually broke a part, but yeah, there's nothing I can do to fix that because I've got nothing to put on there. But anyway, it gives you an idea what we've got to do for that. So that means I need to reorder issue 87. Let's move on to the next stage. And I've got a lot of curiosity to exactly what's going on in stage 88 because, as I said, we've already done this. It doesn't make sense. So does it say anything? Note to readers. The component 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D and 3E supplied with this issue replace those that are enclosed with issue 3. And we can get rid of the original parts. Wow, so there must be a fit issue, I guess. So we are repeating exactly what we did in stage 3 of the build. That's bizarre. Anyway, we're going to put this together. And then we're going to be adding some of these details here, putting a motor in and stuff like that. So by the end of it, that's how that's looking. So this is going to be another deja vu feeling because we've already done this before right at the start of the build, as you can see. Okay, so this is just a case of, again, putting these windows over the lugs and pushing these into place. They pop over these sides here so that they fit flush in there just like that. Do the same on the other side. Perfect. So that's both of those in. And I've got the windscreen wipers. This one's R. This is the right side. So this is going to be going on this side just here. Just like that. And then do exactly the same with the left-hand side one. Just like that. There you go. That's going to replace the one we've had. So I think I will discard the one in pack 3 so I don't get confused. But I do want to bring over this section now, which we just worked on in the last stage. I've got a gear to put in. So the gear is going to go this way round with the crown up. It's going to go onto that spindle just there. And that's going to be held in with a flanged VM screw. I'm going to make that tight, but that is still able to turn there. I'm going to need the motor. Now the motor is marked number 31. So let's bring up that wiring loom. Not going to be that hard to find the motor on this one because I'm guessing there's not many motors on here, but there's a motor there. Let's see what number that is. It's number 31. So there you go. Got the motor. And then the motor's going to go into this channel here, just like this. It needs to engage with the cog below it, which it is. And then we want to hold that into place by putting this bracket just over the top. I want the wire for the motor to come out the side here. That looks perfect. And I'm holding that in with DM screws. Now it's quite thankful that that part that we had in stage 87, which is damaged, this part here, I don't actually need it in this pack. So when it comes around to doing the next pack for this, I should have had that delivered and I can replace that. But with that done, that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So there you go. Once again, not a lot to do, but there's a lot of parts to do. So once again, there's not a lot to do there, but there's a lot of heavy parts in here. And I mean, obviously just these parts that we've been working on here and redoing this one here. And then obviously we've got these really heavy ones here. I really haven't got a clue how the tumbler goes together. All I know at the moment, it's in complete bits all over the place. So it will grow quickly when we do start to put all of these pieces together. Anyway, I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.